They pushed you away like you were nothing, cast you aside like a broken toy. You trusted them, believed in their words, held on to their promises. And what did they do? They left you, coldly, without a second thought. Made you feel like you were some burden, some mistake in their perfect little lives. You didn't fit their mold, didn't dance to their tunes. So they walked away, closed the door, locked it, and threw away the key. It's funny how the people who once claimed they'd be there forever are the first to leave when things get real. When things get tough, they smiled at you, gave you those empty words, and pretended like they cared. But deep down, they were just waiting for a moment to push you away. And when they did, it felt like a knife going right through your heart. Yeah, it stung. It tore you apart. You thought they'd always have your back, but when the storm hit, they bailed. Left you drowning in the mess they helped create. They'll love you when it's easy. But will they stay when it gets hard? You found your answer. Nah, they didn't stay. They vanished. Left you with nothing but doubts, insecurities, and a burning question: what did you do wrong? Was it you? Was it something you said, something you did? You kept replaying every moment, trying to find the reason, searching for something that would explain why they turned their backs. But the truth is, it wasn't you. They pushed you away not because you were too much, but because you were too real. You showed them your scars, your vulnerabilities, your truth. And they couldn't handle it. They weren't ready for someone who wasn't just pretending, someone who wasn't wearing a mask. They were terrified of facing a person who wasn't afraid to be raw and unfiltered. So they ran. And you were left to pick up the pieces. But here's the twist. Here's where the tables turn. Because while you were breaking, while you were struggling to hold yourself together, something incredible happened. You found strength, real strength. The kind of strength that doesn't come from people's approval or validation, but from the fire inside you, from the ashes of the trust they burned. You rose up piece by piece, day by day. And while they were too busy pretending, you were rebuilding yourself, creating something unbreakable. They thought they could shatter you. They thought their absence would destroy you. But they didn't realize you were never the weak one. Nah, you were always the strong one. They were the ones hiding behind masks, afraid to face their truth. They were the ones who needed people around to feel whole. They needed to tear others down just to feel a little taller. But you didn't need any of that. Strength isn't about how many people are standing with you. It's about how you stand alone. You see, their betrayal, their rejection, their cruelty, it wasn't your defeat. It was your liberation. You learned to let go of those who couldn't see your worth. You stopped begging for a place in their world and started creating your own. And the funny part, they thought you'd come crawling back, begging for their acceptance. They were wrong. So damn wrong. They never imagined you'd find your way without them. But you did. You discovered new paths, met new people, created new dreams. And those who stayed, They were the ones who saw you for who you really are. The ones who accepted you, flaws and all. The ones who didn't need you to pretend or put on a mask. They stayed and they mattered. Meanwhile, those who pushed you away, they're standing in the same place, watching, waiting, alone. Because when they pushed you away, they weren't just pushing you, they were pushing away their chance to be a part of something real, something genuine. Now they're left wondering what went wrong, why they feel so empty, why their world feels so hollow. The people who try to break you are often the ones most afraid of being left broken. And that's the truth. They tried to break you because they feared their own brokenness. They pushed you away because they couldn't handle the light you brought into their darkness. But they forgot something. They forgot that the light doesn't fade just because you try to close the door on it. It shines brighter than ever. You didn't just survive what they did to you. You thrived. You rose above their pettiness, their games, their betrayals. You turned their rejection into your power, their lies into your fuel, their abandonment into your freedom. They tried to bury you, but you were a seed all along. So what happens now? Now you rise higher than they ever thought possible. You keep moving forward, not out of spite, but out of purpose. Because you're not defined by their opinions, their rejections, or their games. You're defined by your courage, your resilience, and your ability to rise even when the world tries to knock you down. When they come back, and they will, when they try to slither their way back into your life with apologies and excuses, smile. Smile because you know their apologies aren't for you. They're for them. They're for their own guilt, their own loneliness, their own regret. They didn't push you away because you were unworthy. They pushed you away because deep down they knew they were. You're not looking for revenge. Nah, you're beyond that. You're on a path they can't even see, let alone walk. And while they're left wondering what happened, you're busy living your life to the fullest. Building a future that doesn't include their games, their lies, their drama. And if they ever ask, how did you do it? If they ever wonder how you went from broken to unstoppable, just smile and say thank you. Thank them for showing you who they really were. Thank them for pushing you away, because without them, you wouldn't have found your strength, your fire, your truth. Sometimes the universe removes people from your life to protect your spirit. Trust the process. You see, they pushed you away, but they didn't push you down. They pushed you towards something greater. Towards a life without their chains, towards a destiny that's yours alone. And now, they're the ones left wondering, left searching, left alone. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them regret. Because your journey isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all, and letting the world see your light. The brightest stars are born out of the darkest nights. So keep shining. Keep rising. Keep moving forward. Because this is your time. This is your story. And those who pushed you away, they were never meant to stay. They were just lessons, just stepping stones on your path to greatness. You're not defined by those who left. You're defined by how you rise when you're left standing alone. And remember, the ones who pushed you away never realized that they were the ones who needed you more than you ever needed them.